YouTube, what is up? The best channel in the land, Frogs and Angels, is here bringing you some esports action. And COD Champs is coming up. Gamestop is giving away $25,000 to whoever has the best bracket in this winner's bracket challenge. Let's get into it. Group A, Millennium and Splice in the same group. A little questionable, I think. I think they're both solid teams. Both of them out of the top 3 best EU teams, so it's kind of surprising to see them in the same group. Revoltables, don't know much about them. It's kind of hard to see them advancing here. Living the Dream, if you don't know, is Team Solo Mid. Their new team is Living the Dream. No organization yet. They definitely can compete. I'm going to go with Splice placing first and Millennium placing second. I think you can't count out Living the Dream. They have a shot. Group B is, I mean, it seems like most people are saying this is one of the weaker groups. I would have to disagree on that. I mean, everybody knows Rise Nation definitely can compete. Hyper Games, another EU team. They're known as online warriors. They're not that good at LAN, but I think if you play that well online as a team, you're definitely a good team on LAN, no matter what. It is a lot different, but I think you don't just do that well in an online season and you're just not good at all on LAN. They're definitely a good team. They definitely can compete for the second place spot in this group. Apotheon is a team that's on the rise. They've been shocking a lot of people. They're getting better and better, so I think they are very good as well. Supremacy, not a bad 4 seed, but they really don't have much of a chance here. I'm gonna go with Rise first, and for second it can go either way. But since Apotheon is just getting better and better every time we see them, they did well last LAN tourney at Orlando, and that's why I'm going with them at 2. Group C, it's kind of on the weaker side, I believe, but we really don't know because we're not really sure about Mind Freak. They're the best team in Australia, but we don't really know how they're going to be against North America or EU teams. In AW, they are very good. They definitely can compete. We're not really sure how they are this game. We're going to find out when COD Champs comes around. Fab Games is Exertus, which is an EU team. Not a bad EU team, but Fab Games acquired their roster, so you can't really count them out here. They're definitely a sleeper, but I'm going to go with LG first and Mind Freak second. Down to Group D, we got Ground Zero, who is known as Dream Team. They don't have an organization right now. I don't know if it's because they don't want to or because somebody needs to acquire them through Dream Team. I'm not really sure how that's going, but they definitely can compete. We saw them play second at Season 2. Didn't do too well last LAN tourney in Orlando. Allegiance is a team that's on the rise, North American team. They're much like Apotheon. They're just getting better and better every time we see them. So they're a team to watch out for. And Epsilon is a solid EU team. Pulse, I'm not really sure I don't think they have too much of a chance here, but never know. I'm going to go with Ground Zero first, and tough between Epsilon and Allegiance, but Team Allegiance, I'm going to go second. Group E is known as the Group of Death. I think it's pretty close between E and H for the group of Death, but you got to go with E because they have FaZe and Elevate. We've seen FaZe struggle in these LAN tourneys, especially in the group stage. You know, as soon as a big tournament comes around, you know they're going to step it up, though. You know, guys like Clayster are really going to step up their game just for this. Giants Gaming, I don't think they have too much of a chance here. Korn is actually Most Wanted now. Most Wanted just signed their team, which is very confusing because Group F has Most Wanted. They were purchased by Lethal Gaming, so Group E, Korn is Most Wanted, and Group F, Most Wanted is now Lethal Gaming, so that's a little confusing. Out of the two, I think the new Most Wanted is probably slightly better, but we'll see. But back to Group E, I think Korn or Most Wanted, they have a chance to slide in at number 2. I don't think they do, though. I think Elevate and FaZe are too good. Since FaZe struggles a little bit early in tournaments, I think I'm going to go with Elevate. Elevate getting first and FaZe getting second. Could go either way, but I think those are the 2 teams that are coming out. Definitely 2 teams that can compete. Elevate much better on LAN than they are online. You see them struggle online. That won't matter. Group F, I think, is the weakest group out of all of them. Infuse is a good team, solid EU team, but they're not for a 1 seed. They're not up there with the top tiers really. I mean, they're pretty close, but and then the 2 seed I believe is Team Caliber, and I don't really see them as a 2 seed to be honest. Most Wanted, who is lethal, I think they definitely have a shot to get the second place in this group, but I'm gonna go with Infuse should run away with this group easy, and I'm gonna go TK second. Tainted Minds. Don't know enough about them, but they are the 4 seed in this group. Don't think they have much of a shot. Down to Group G, pretty tough group. I mean, it's gonna be tough. We've got Envious. They're getting better and better, and they're one of the best teams, probably the second best team going in this tournament. And we got Team Orbit, which is the second best team in Australia. We don't know what they really can do against teams like Envy and Cloud9, but they definitely can play. Cloud9 has got they got winners on their team, and they just started playing with each other, so I think they're just going to get better the more they practice for this. So they should do pretty well. And Vitality is, I don't think they advance, but they're not the worst 4 seed. But I'm going to go with MV1, and I think Cloud9 gets over Team Orbit for that too. And then down to Group H. Optic is the best team coming in this tournament. We'll see if they perform like that. It is a very tough group. I said before that you could argue this is the group of death. It's just because the best team in the tournament's in it. And Complexity is definitely a good team, and Panda is another North America team, definitely can play. If Panda can play in this tournament like they do online, then this is the group of death, but they're more of an online team, so we'll see how they do. I'm going to go with Optic first and Complexity second. I think Panda could definitely get in that second spot. Really, I know it's Optic versus Complexity first, and we know how Optic, they always start off a little slow. We've seen them lose to LG in Season 2 playoffs in the first matchup. We've seen them barely beat Team Solo Mid first round of the first season tournament. We've seen them struggle in their first few games in group, even though for the most part they win them. So Complexity could very easily upset them in that first game of the group. I still think Optic will win it, but really there could be a lot of surprises in this tourney, especially in the group stage. Alrighty, here we go on the exciting part, the bracket. This is what's going to win me 25K right here. Starting it off, Splice versus Apotheon. Good game. I'm a believer in Splice. We're going to go with Splice. Luminosity Gaming versus Allegiance. We're going to go LG there. Elevate versus TK. I think this is a pretty easy first round game for Elevate. Very important to win that group, Elevate and FaZe. Whoever wins it, going to play the second place team from that weak group, in my opinion. So, easy one for Elevate. Envy and Complexity. I could see it being a close game, but Envy's too good. Rise versus Millennium, another one that could be close, but I got Rise Nation. Ground Zero versus Mind Freak. Still not really sure how Mind Freak's going to be. I know they're a solid team, but I'm going to go with Ground Zero here. Infused versus FaZe Clan. So that could be a solid first round game as well. I think FaZe is really going to step up. We're finally going to see them play at a higher level. Going with FaZe. Optic versus Cloud9. That's an easy one. Optic. Second round of the bracket. Splice versus LG. That would be a great game right there, but I'm gonna go with Splice. Elevate versus Envy. Two solid teams there, but I'm going Envy. Rise versus Ground Zero. I think Rise would be happy with the second round matchup. I think it would be not easy, but wouldn't be too much of a challenge. I got Rise. FaZe versus Optic. Rival game in the second round of COD Champs. Be pretty intense, but I think Optic's just better. Splice versus Envy. Envy's hot right now. We're going to keep rolling with them. Optic and Rise. We know Rise can do it. We've seen them up 2-0 in MLG Orlando. Couldn't hold on, but we know they definitely can win this, but I just think Optic has too much talent. And that's going to send Envy and Optic to the championship. There will be a losers bracket, so somebody will come out of the losers bracket. I think it would end up being these two teams anyways that would be in the grand final. But it really could go either way. We saw them battle in MLG Orlando, and I just think I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the most talented roster, most talented team. And that's Optic Gaming right now. And there's a tiebreaker. Okay, this is who comes out of the losers bracket. So, I mean, could be Rise, but I'm just gonna keep Envy in there. Where is Envy? There it is, Team Envious. And the score of the first best of 5 matchup, I mean, it'll be close, but we're going to go with Optic 3, Envy 2. And again, if Envy came out of losers bracket, they would have to beat Optic twice. I don't think they can do that. They can probably beat them once like they did at the last tourney, but I think Optic should win because they have the best team, and that's what I'm going with. Oh, I agree. There you have it. Thanks for watching. If you want more esports from us, drop a like and subscribe. Risky out.